This video chart presentation is Sour Energy Inc. Sour is a bulletin board listed company trading under ticker SENY. Going to revisit this chart. I actually took a look. We caught it way back here almost a year ago on this nice move. Stock just kind of fell apart, sliding from near $1 all the way down to make a new low at a dime. Latter part of August, it did make another nice move. Now it's sitting right on top of that 50-day moving average. So we're going to keep an eye on to see if it's going to take on some upward pressure and try and move through some key resistance points. Come back to the candles in a moment. Take a quick look at the indicators after the move. MACD right at a key point. On any retrace, I always look for the MACD to try and curl, hold right around zero, ideally above it, make a higher low, establish an upward channel, and show an overall trend shift into bull mode. So I'll be having my eyes peeled for the 12 to continue its rotation and break up through the 26 EMA. PPO is in a similar position. ADX is in a very neutral position, not showing a great deal of strength either direction, but of course that's to be expected. Stock's been consolidating for over a month. Money flow index, 7, 14, and 21, all curling up. And again, right at a critical point. I want to see them break through 50. Trending on the north side of 50 shows people are paying higher prices, and it's a bullish position. Accumulation distribution, just flatlined. By that gauge, buying and selling is basically equal. And what the Chaikin money flow tells me is that selling pressure is actually still dominant over the last 20 periods. But by moving back towards zero, that tells me that ratio is starting to equalize. CCI, bottom feeders will use that break of negative 100 as a buy point. It would be a hold until it breaks back down through negative 100. Full stow, down very low, coming out of what some people call oversold territory, down below 20. Basically, the way I read that is there's just not any momentum in the play. I want to see it break through 50. That shows bullish momentum, but has to be somewhat expected. Stock's trending sideways, not a lot of momentum in the play right now. Tricks, it's a lagging indicator. Typically don't get much from that after the move. Much like the MACD, I'll look for it to try and hold around zero to maintain a bullish position. RSIs, a little bit of buying pressures come in. 2 out of the last 3 days have been green closes, and as such, the RSI is showing a shift in momentum. And much like other indicators, I want to see it on the north side of 50 to show that there's bullish momentum in the play. You can see through here, break through 50 right at that point. Stock's trending upward, comes back down, breaks back down through 50. Stock takes on several down days. It's not a break back up through 50. It's important to show bullish momentum coming into the play again. Pull those out of the way. Now, I will say for starters, I'm not a big fan of the fact that this fell back through this support level, because right there at 25 cents was a pretty strong support. It's even dating back farther in the year. In April, it held its support. In May, it held its support. In June, it held its support. When it finally fell through that support at the end of June, stock price took quite a tumble. Once again, falling through. It's not a good sign, but it is holding this 50-day moving average, and that's what gives it a little bit of appeal. So I want to keep an eye on this, see if it's going to take on an increase in volume and try and blow back through that point. Because in classic TA, broken support becomes resistance. And it's really just the start of things, because that resistance is going to get heavier up around 31 cents. 200-day moving average is at 34. It's dynamic. It's coming down. It's going to reinforce that resistance point. But ultimately, the chart is trying to make higher lows. And if it can take on some upward pressure and take out that 31 cents, move through that 200-day moving average, certainly going to meet a little bit top-end resistance there at 39. But I think the odds of making a new high and developing somewhat of an upward channel off of this bottom are greatly increased. See volumes 180,000 shares. That's a slight uptick over previous days. Generally speaking, it's probably about average for it. I'll be looking for a much stronger volume day to indicate people are seeing it's a buying opportunity. If it can't hold, wants to fall through 20 cents, I would expect not only would this come down to 15, I think realistically the odds of potentially challenge these old lows are pretty substantial. So I think the SENY chart's at a make or break point, and I keep this on radar to see if it's going to push upward and truly establish something bullish, or fall through and drop into bear mode. Those are the type of things that I'd be looking for in the SENY chart, but as always, it's merely my interpretation. Thank you for watching, and trade smart.